Hi everyone, this is Srinivas. So in this video, I am going to introduce you. So what is Java full stack, right? So whenever you are start learning the Java full stack, so what is the exact roadmap? How we need to learn the Java concepts, right? Each and every point I am going to explain. So first of all, so what is full stack? Full stack developer means what? End-to-end developer using Java programming language. So whenever we are learning programming, the first question, why we are attending the programming classes? This is the first question they will ask. See, by the end of learning programming concepts, we should able to develop one application. Simple answer, why we are learning programming languages means what? To develop applications, just to develop softwares. Applications we can develop. One simple example, banking application we are taking. So why we are taking the banking application? Because in our daily life, everyone every day will use this banking application. So easily we can explain and you can understand, and of course you can react what all the questions we are going to ask. See here, what is the banking application? What is the exact purpose of banking application? Why we are using the banking application and who will use the banking application? So first of all, who will use the banking application? For example, I am the customer. So then simply I will install, right, that bank application into my mobile. So then I will use it. Why? Because for transactions. Customers will use as well as the bank employees will use. Next one, why we are using means what? Just to perform the transactions. To perform the daily transactions, money transactions, we are using the banking application. Okay. Now as a full stack developer, how can we implement this banking application? What are the technologies we have to learn? What are the frameworks we need to learn, and where we are using all these things exactly? Simple one. For example, I am the customer. I just want to take the account from the bank. So when I enter into the bank, simply a bank employee will give one form. Please fill the form so that we will provide you the account. So when we fill the form and when we submit back to the employee, what bank employee will do? Bank employee will open the application. Bank application will open. So that is called user interface, UI. We can simply call it as a client. We can simply call it as client. Whenever they open the application, that user interface will be opened. Sir, who will develop? Programmer only will develop. So whenever they are opening that one, just a URL. So www.soandsobank.com. Sir, how can we develop this user interface? Using the UI technologies, client side development called HTML, CSS and JavaScript. Using these three, we can develop the basic client system. Suppose some buttons, create account, delete account, all these things. So when they click on create button, then here ask, so enter the name, enter the account number, enter the balance, enter other details and all. And simply here we are giving one button called create. Because what bank application will do? Bank application will store the information of customers permanently. So where they will save the data permanently, either in database or in a cloud. First, a simple one, we store the information permanently in database management system. Using the database, we can store the information. How? in the form of tables. In the form of tables we store information. Consider is a account table. We create account number, account holder name and balance. Sir, how we insert the data, how we delete, how we retrieve the data means what? For that one application is required. That application is called database management system. So many DBMS softwares are there. As a Java developer, in Java full stack development, here we will learn two database management systems. The first one is Oracle. Second one is MySQL we use. Using the database management systems, we can perform all the operations, create, delete, update, insert, every simple operation we can do. Okay. Whenever we are inserting, suppose account number, name and balance, when they click on create button, that information has to go and store in the database permanently. But there is no direct connection from the client to the database. There should be an intermediate thing is called server. Is a server side programming. Here only we use Java. Here only we use the concept called Java. Simple thing. Right. So, what are the technologies? Sir, servlets, JSP, where we are using all these things later. In the next video, I will explain clearly. But server side programming. So, what it is responsible for? Simple. Whatever the information we submit in the HTML page, it will collect. First one, collect HTML input. Whatever the data you submit, that information will collect here. Second one, general thinking. This information you have to store here. So, database connectivity is required. So, we need to connect to database. From the Java application, we establish the connection with the with Oracle or MySQL. You will just connect, establish the connection, then insert the data. Whatever the data you are adding, suppose Amar balance is 5000, account number will be generated, suppose automatically, that information will be stored. So, once it is completed, then it will get the result, successfully data is created or not. Once the data created successfully, inserted, account created successfully, it will display the message, yes, it is success or failed, that's it. Okay. See, whenever you are developing the application, sir, I am attending the programming language classes. Okay. What is the purpose? I just want to develop applications. What is the purpose of application? General thinking, storing the information and process the information. So, what is that processing information? Performing the transactions, withdraw, deposit, money transfer, bill payment, recharge, anything. How can we do all these things? Using the client, where you will store the information permanently in the database. Right? How to connect client and database? Using the server side programming. How can you develop the client application? Using HTML, CSS and JavaScript. What is that server side coding? Is it Java? Because you are the Java full stack developer. What is the database management system you are using to do all the database operations? Suppose Oracle. This is the simple way of understanding why we are attending the programming classes. Hope you understood. Please subscribe the channel. Thank you all.